Hey everyone, welcome to the Super Review Show's Mixed Bag, coming to you live once again from the J Cave. I am joined by my good man, your friendly neighborhood Bill.
Hey, what's going on?
So glad to have Bill here as always. Listen, so tonight's topic, and for those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, Bill, explain to the good people what we're talking about tonight.
Okay, we originally had another topic planned tonight,
Oh yeah.
but today, big news happened. So, that big news was today, the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer dropped.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, so what we had planned, we'll do that another time. So guess what? Instead of talking about what we were originally going to talk about, you're going to see us just sit here and have a giant nerdgasm.
Exactly, because that's all we're going to do here for the next probably hour or so. I don't even know how long we're going to go for, but we're going to break down this trailer that dropped, and we are going to explode with nerdgasms left and right. Right, Bill?
Oh, damn right.
And I got to say, right off the bat, that trailer was freaking awesome. Like,
yes, it was amazing.
Like,
spectacular.
Talk about wet dreams and all this stuff from above. I cannot believe we're already like the movie's a month away. Like we're flipping out about a trailer that
my god,
came out like the other day.
So close.
Oh my god.
We are so close. It's so exciting. So exciting.
I am through the roof. And I may not seem like it on camera, but I am ecstatic about this. I am thrilled for this.
Guess who's joining us already?
And who's in the chat board, Bill?
It is our very dear friend, Matt Hemsley.
Matt Hemsley, welcome to our fun-filled discussion of Spider-Man No Way Home trailer.
Matt, are you ready for us to have Matt, are you ready for us just to have a giant nerdgasm right now? Because that's what this is going to be. It's going to be us having a giant nerdgasm.
We're going to be flipping out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be flipping out.
The trailer was so cool.
So, yes, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that tonight's only topic, and listen, this was the only thing on our discussion tonight was this trailer that dropped. And literally, before we can't play it on air, but before we even started the show, I was playing the 2002 Sam Raimi Spider-Man
playing it.
We were exploding. We were so ready. So, Bill, my dear friend Bill,
my good friend JT,
shall we get
your friendly neighborhood Bill?
Well, this is your friendly neighborhood Bill. We're talking with Doctor Strange. Shall we get into it?
You're damn right.
So the first thing I want to touch on with this trailer, ladies and gentlemen, the very first thing I want to touch on with this trailer is the fact that let's talk about, Bill, the first thing we talk about, what were you expecting in this trailer? What was the first thing that you wanted to see in this trailer?
I wanted to see if we were going to get, Green Goblin and Doc Ock, which we did.
We did.
And I was also seeing, because there were rumors that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire were coming back. And
we're gonna get into all that in a little bit, but yeah, go on.
But I was expecting, what I liked though? What I like though is if you watch like the original trailer that came out, like the first trailer, it was more like we kind of know the basis. Like, if for those of you who didn't see Far From Home, Peter Parker is exposed as Spider-Man. He goes to Doctor Strange for help.
Yep.
And then he gets him spelled so nobody can remember that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. And then the spell goes awry, and apparently this is the multiverse with the villains.
Oh yeah.
With the villains, as you can see, Alfred Molina is reprising his role as Doc Ock.
Oh yeah, and I got a lot to say about that too. But yeah, go on.
And Willem Dafoe was reprising his role as Green Goblin. If you are a Spider-Man fan, this is your fucking wet dream.
This really is your wet dream. If you're even the smallest Spider-Man fan, you're gonna lose your mind already.
So all I could say is so far, wow, 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 wow. Before we go on, Joe Wiley is joining us in the chat. Welcome, Joe.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Wiley. Glad to see you here again.
So I just happened to watch a video on the trailer, so I have a lot to ask about. Please, Joe, ask away.
Ask away, buddy. This is an all Spider-Man all the way home.
Ask away, buddy. That's why we're here. And if we don't know the answer, we'll just bullshit our way through it. But yeah, please ask away, buddy. Ask away. I really like when they show Zendaya as MJ. I really just like the comedy when they're like, what's your name? Dr. Octo Octavius. No, seriously, what's your name? Otto Octavius.
That was hysterical, actually. I got to tell you that much. That I was laughing at that, yeah.
Or Zendaya saying to Doctor Strange, "This is technically your fault." Oh God, I love Zendaya, but yeah, all I gotta say is, because I know we're gonna get into more, but wow,
insanity, Bill. This might be one of the craziest Spider-Man, if not the craziest MCU films we could ever see.
I am so psyched.
So, and they're doing something that a lot of people have wanted, a lot of the fans have wanted, a lot of other people have tuned in for it. So, and I'm very curious to see where it goes from here. I just want to say, coming from my perspective initially, before they even announced No Way Home and before they announced like a Spider-Man 3 type of thing, I got to tell you, Bill, right up front. Small backstory. I still am a fan of John Campea and what he's done with AMC Movie Talk and Collider Movie Talk, and even though they no longer exist, I'm still a fan of his work. They spoke at one point when they did a 24-hour marathon about Spider-Man. Like, someone asked a question like, imagine seeing all these Spider-Man into one big multiverse type of thing, right? And you know what they said at the time? They're like, that's just too convoluted. That doesn't make it. This is 2013. It's too convoluted. It doesn't make sense. Lo and behold, like 7 years later, we're getting something of that magnitude. For all of the sweaty nerds out there, good for you for praying in your sleep and wetting your bed every night. Thank you for this, for dreaming about this. It's a big thing. So, and this shows that they're not afraid to take risks. Whereas 5 years ago, I don't think we get a film like this, Bill.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's right.
Oh my God, this is just.
Yeah, this is.
I would say this is the biggest since Infinity War and Endgame.
Oh, of course. It's like an Endgame type of feel to it almost.
Because you're bringing everyone back and.
Yeah.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have plans on December 17th, cancel them immediately.
Exactly.
Like, no, this is how much I would cancel the plan. This is how much I would go forward to see this movie. Anna Kendrick could be standing there in a sexy Santa Claus outfit, and I say, babe, it could wait. It can wait.
You heard? He is a huge Anna Kendrick fan, folks. Anna, if you're listening, call him at 1-800 God Bill.
No, I love you, Anna, but she could be in a sexy Santa Claus outfit, and I'd be sorry, baby. This has got to wait.
Oh boy, he is ready.
I'll be back in about 2 hours and 40 minutes because that's how long it's going to be. The longest Spider-Man movie ever.
I can't wait. I'm stoked, Bill.
We are having such a nerdgasm right now.
I know it's insane. So I just want to jump over to the chat board for 1 second before we go any further. The first question from Mr. Joe Wiley. Thank you so much for watching and listening to us for so long. My first question will be, Will one of Parker's friends actually turn into a villain? Also, Tom Hardy as a part of the cast, and Venom's coming later. Now, okay, that's like a two-part question, Joe. Let me just start by saying this. If spoilers for Venom Let There Be Carnage. The movie was very fun. Bill and I had a wonderful time with it. Check out our review of it on the channel. But however, Bill, no, not Bill, Venom, no, sorry, Bill, you're not Venom. Venom,
Where am I?
something happened that transported Venom out of that universe into this Tom Holland MCU verse. So will we see Venom? I have no doubt we're going to see Venom in the film. In the trailer, probably not. I think they want to. Listen, Marvel and Disney and Sony are keeping this one so tight to the chest. I'm willing to say, I'm just going to call it right now. I think Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are calling so much bullshit right now. They are in this movie, whether you like it or not. I'm calling it right now.
I did see Andrew Garfield. I don't know if I saw Tobey Maguire in the trailer.
Oh no! Oh yeah, Bill. You and I are gonna get to that in a little bit. Like, there's set photos of them possibly being in the film. Like, you know what? You want to talk about that right now? So for our podcast listeners,
but no, I do want to say about really quickly. I do want to say about Venom.
Go ahead.
You know what would be so cool?
What?
What if Topher Grace's Venom came back?
I'm gonna get to that too. But go on.
And then let's say. And then Tom Hardy's Venom comes out and goes, no, it just eats him.
That would be probably the best fan service I think I would ever see in my lifetime.
You know what you would be hearing in the theater?
Cheering.
You'd be hearing, yeah!
Screaming.
Grace, yeah! I'm sure Topher Grace is a lovely guy, but
I'm sure he is too.
I'm sure he's a really nice guy, but I don't think he was even excited about that.
I don't think so either. But
and they go, no, and then Tom Hardy just eats Topher Grace.
Hey, anything's possible. Tell you the truth, Bill. Anything's possible. But what I was gonna say was, let's go back to Tobey Maguire. The big question on everyone's radar is that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, are they in the movie? Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire have both come out so long. And so far, they've all said, no, we are not in the movie. And Andrew Garfield, who's an Academy level actor, has definitively said on the Today Show, I think he said this. He said, and I quote, that, well, I'm not in it. I'm not in it. I'm denying it. And he basically denied it to a T and made it seem, if you watch the interview on the Today Show, he looked very, very, very convincing in that interview. But he could be acting. He could be acting for all we know. Listen. I'm just going to say this right up front. I want to get to what Bill mentioned in a second with this trailer. But here's the thing. This one thing with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, look, and our podcast listeners will not be able to see this, but for those of you who are watching us live right now, what the image I have pulled up is of Sandman, who is confirmed now based on this trailer, Electro, and Lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man films. So they are literally going all out, ladies and gentlemen. They're going all out on this thing. And look, this is a great 2-second thing in this trailer. Like 2 seconds that are changing everyone's mind and be like, oh my God, this is crazy. What's happening? It's the scene where Sandman, Electro, and Lizard are all going to attack Peter. Bill, chime in when you're ready. Ready? Yeah. There's a scene in this teaser, right? So there's a scene in this spot here that there's apparently someone told me about this, and it's no one of like credible source, but it's a friend of mine noticed, hey, why is the Lizard, and the photo we have pulled up here is a GIF of it. It's not a GIF, so you can't see it move. But in this scene, someone is punching Lizard away from, and it's not Tom Holland Spider-Man. It's someone else is knocking Lizard out of the way. Now, Marvel has done this in the past, and this is true. Marvel has done this with the Avengers Infinity Stones. In the trailer, Thanos doesn't have them on the planet. Well, wait, when we see the movie, he does. In the trailer, they digitally remove them. Let me also go back to my Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield analogy for a second, really quick. And a chat board, you're blown up. Excellent job, Bill. Keep it on the chat board for me. Just we will get to all your questions in a little bit, but let me hear me out for a sec. This trailer, the Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Look, the two of them, they know whether or not they're. I still believe that they are. I think for a fact that they are. I will go so far as to say that, but they didn't show them because I think they're going to keep that close to the chest. That's the big reveal. They keep denying it. When Star Trek Into Darkness I heard this analogy the other day that Star Trek Into Darkness came out and Benedict Cumberbatch was undisclosed role in the film, and someone said, "Is he Khan?" What he said was, "Oh no, I'm not Khan." Oh no. He denied. What did Carl Urban do? What did J.J. Abrams do? They all denied him being Khan. And look what happened in the movie. Star Trek Into Darkness. He was Khan. So they lie in service of the truth. All of these actors do that. So bear with me, everyone watching and listening. And Bill, I know I'm stealing your thunder for a sec, but hear me out. This trailer showed me personally that I believe, and this is coming from Sony Brazil Marvel, some account like that from Brazil, that in the footage of the shot we have here, that Lizard is being kicked by someone else. Bill, what does your fan theory say about that?
My fan theory about that Lizard's being kicked by someone else?
By either Andrew Garfield Spider-Man or Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. What do you think?
I'm thinking it might be Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, because as we saw in the trailer, he appears.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
At least Andrew Garfield. I did not see Tobey Maguire, though. I don't know if he's... Can you picture the moment Andrew Garfield appears on screen, he'll be... The audience will be like... The moment Tobey Maguire appears on screen, this will be the audience. Let's go!
Literally, yeah. It literally be like the Han Solo appearance in The Force Awakens. Remember that?
It's gonna be that on steroids.
Of course,
it's gonna be free Spider-Man on stage, on screen. Yeah, let's go! And I will probably be one of those fans.
I probably will be too, dude. I'm gonna try and stay with you. You know that.
You're gonna what? Oh yeah, we're gonna see it. We're seeing it.
We're gonna go see it together. We're gonna swipe right, and that's our date night.
That's our date night. Sorry, Molly.
Oh, Molly, if you're listening, I love you, but Bill and I might.
Right, we're just.
Hey, she might be down to come with us. It's okay. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked here.
You know what? The more the merrier. The more the merrier.
The more Spider-Man reads, the better.
And Joe said he would want to come to celebrate end of field work. Let's get him. Let's get Matt Hemsley up. Let's get everyone up. Let's get everyone we know in our entire lives to go.
Let's get everyone involved to see this movie and crack the $2 billion club. We'll get to that in a little bit too. Bill, what other things did you want? What are some things that made you possibly nervous about this teaser, about this trailer? What do you think?
Okay, a few things. One, are they possibly going to kill off MJ?
That was I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
Really?
I knew it.
How so?
Like the way I just read, I don't know. I felt it in the air, but I felt it in the air. Look at this. Like, for those of you who don't know what this is, but MJ fell in the first one, Emma Stone fell in the Amazing Spider-Man, and MJ's falling in this one. This is what happens when you date Spider-Man, ladies and gentlemen. You keep falling.
Yeah, because they said it was kind of like an ode to Gwen Stacy's death.
Yeah, I mean, but will she die?
Well, because here's the thing, though. Because here's the thing. MJ is not Mary Jane Watson.
No, it's not Mary Jane Watson. No.
Like, and I'm gonna say this. I'm getting a little sidetracked here, but just bear with me. When I first saw, I think when it was Homecoming.
Yeah.
And Peter's love interest was a woman named Liz Allen. Was a young woman named Liz Allen.
Yeah.
And she was just, and then there was that other girl who ended up, he goes, what's your name? MJ. And we're like, it's not Mary Jane Watson. It's not Mary Jane Watson. And I didn't think she was going to really serve any purpose when I first saw it. Because I'm like thinking, okay, they probably just did that. It's like, remember the end of The Dark Knight Rises?
Yep.
When Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character's real name is Robin.
Yeah, that was stupid in my opinion, but go on.
And everybody was like, ooh, is that Robin? No, it's not Robin. It's not Robin. Christopher Nolan even stated Robin will never be in my films. But I thought it was more of an homage to Robin. And like that's what I thought here when I first saw Homecoming. I'm like, no, it's not Mary Jane Watson. They just named her MJ as an homage.
Yeah,
but then when I saw Far From Home, I'll be honest, at first I was like, oh no, they're trying to push this relationship. But then when I saw it, I was pleasantly surprised. I'm like, I really like their chemistry. But like, here's the thing why I will say I don't think it's going to be like Emma Stone or how it's going to be like Gwen Stacy, because this MJ is not in the comics.
That's correct.
So
yes.
You don't really like it. Like with Gwen Stacy, if you read the comics, she dies.
Oh yeah, no, they made a big deal out of that back in the 70s, 80s, I forgot, but
Gwen Stacy dies in the comics.
And the best part was of the Amazing Spider-Man 2, they actually had the same outfit on Emma Stone as they did in
the comics.
In the comics, yeah.
Because I remember when I saw Captain America: The Winter Soldier with Justin. Shout out to Justin.
Justin, we miss you.
And I remember him whispering to me, Bill, that's the same outfit that she wore in the comic when she died. So I think with MJ, if she's going to die or not, I think that's going to be more up in the air. That's going to be more up in the air. I think it could go either way. I think maybe they will kill her off, or maybe they will. Because, again, Gwen Stacy, if you read the comics, you know what happens.
Oh, of course.
You know what happens. But since MJ is sort of loosely based on Mary Jane Watson, but it's not Mary Jane Watson, you don't know what's going to happen.
No.
Well, in Amazing Spider-Man 2, you pretty much knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the things I'm worried about. Are they going to kill off Mary Jane Watson? Or here's a bigger question. You want me to ask the bigger question now, or do you want to wait a little bit?
Let's wait. I mean, what is the big question?
Can I text it to you?
Don't worry about it. We'll get to it later on. Trust me.
Yeah, I'll text it to you.
All right, sounds good. So yeah, yes, we text during the show, ladies and gentlemen. So if we don't want to share anything, we'll bring it up in a little bit. I got to tell you guys the truth, and thank you so much to all of our live viewers as well, who are just chatting along with us about all this stuff with Spider-Man related. And there's literally anything is possible. The fact that they're doing the multiverse and they're doing Spider-Man and all this other stuff, the fact that they're doing this the way they are, literally anything is possible. And when I say anything, since Disney bought Fox, Kevin Feige, I guarantee you Kevin Feige has in the back of his mind. And they announced at a Comic-Con in 2019, we're looking at doing some mutant projects or X-Men related projects. Anything is possible. Will it be the Wolverine stuff? Will it be Patrick Stewart? Will it be, hey, look, the fact that they're opening up the ability of different universes in the multiverse and make it family friendly for audiences, I think anything is possible. And I really do think that, for those who are listening, for those who are watching, hear me out for 1 second. I'm willing to say that, Bill, I'll get to your thing in 1 sec. Thank you. I will say this. I literally think anything is possible. I would not be surprised if Professor X may have shown up. I think the likelihood is not there, but I think it's a possibility. Bill raised a very good question just now.
May I ask it? So it's the right question.
Yes, you can. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
All right. And now here's the thing, guys. And I know you're all going to think, oh, God, what is Bill drinking again? Are they, hear me out, are they possibly going to kill off Spider-Man?
Dun, dun, dun.
And like, here's the thing, because if you go into behind the scenes business deals here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was going to bring it up too, but go on.
This is the last film, technically, in Tom Holland's contract.
Yes. Well, yes and no. So, yes, it's the last film he's obligated to do, but he also, under his contract, he is required to appear in one more film.
Well, no. I think it's 6. I think he's got to do like 6. So I think he has to do like 6 solo films and 6 ensemble films. So like his ensemble films were Captain America: Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. Well, the solo ones were Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Spider-Man Far From Home.
I see. So a total of I thought you meant 12. Like so it's 6 and 6. Okay, 6. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like so. Well, I think I heard somewhere that Tom Holland wants to continue being Spider-Man. Like so. So I'm thinking, are they gonna maybe kill Spider-Man off? If they do that, that would be freaking ballsy.
Yeah. Can I chime in on? Can I piggyback off you for a sec? Because hear me out.
Piggyback off me, JT. Go right ahead, my friend.
You got me thinking about something really quick too. Let's just hypothetically say, God forbid, whatever. Tom Holland, because we're doing the multiverse, all this crap, right? Who's to say that because Sony and Marvel's deal is almost done? This is the last one in their deal, technically speaking. Who's to say the multiverse drags Spider-Man out of the MCU and into his own thing? And that way he could still play Spider-Man, but he won't be in the MCU. Or let's just be honest, Sony and Marvel could say, hey, let's, Spider-Man No Way Home made $2 billion. Why don't we renegotiate to see if we can do anything else?
Yeah, because there is a possibility that they're gonna renew Tom Holland's contract.
Oh, he's young enough to do it too. So
they see what they did with RDJ. They renewed his contract a bunch of times.
Oh yeah,
he was maybe only obligated to do the 3 Iron Man films and then being like the Avengers films, but then
he had a 4-film contract: Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, and then the Avengers. That's it. Then they had to renegotiate him.
And then they and I've been saying this. I think Tom Holland's the new RDJ.
Hey, he does have Iron Man's wealth.
Not as, I'm not saying he's going to be, I'm not saying like he's going to go down the same path as RDJ. I hope he doesn't, but.
No.
No, because I heard they have like a mentoring relationship or something like that. But here's the thing. And you know what? This also brings up what you said with Fox and Sony and something, that thing about Venom.
Yeah.
Is it possible, now hear me out, that they could be saving that, in case Marvel, maybe they're saying, okay, you know what, this is going to be the last time Spider-Man in the MCU, it's going to be strictly Sony. Do you think they could possibly be saving that Spider-Man versus Venom for a Sony for a non-Marvel film?
A Spider-Man Venom film?
Yeah.
Hey, honestly, that I would not mind that. That would be awesome.
Because hear me out.
Tom Holland fight Venom,
Hear me out. I've been saying this, Justin and I have been saying this till the freaking cows come home, and the cows haven't come home yet. Come on, cows, come home. Here. I know I've lost it when I'm sitting here yelling about fictional cows, but anyway, are they home yet, JT? Probably not.
Not yet, bud.
Okay, anyway, let me get to the point. Because we've been saying that Venom Let There Be Carnage should be rated R, should have been rated R. Because Carnage is,
Bloody, cathartic.
Carnage.
Yeah.
And but now I'm saying they're not gonna rate it Carnage rated R because they want to do an eventual Spider-Man versus Venom.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean
They want to do an eventual.
that makes sense.
Mid-credit scene could be setting up one of two things. Either Venom's going to appear in No Way Home.
Yeah.
And hopefully he eats Topher Grace.
Hey, fingers crossed. Topher Grace, you're going down.
You know what? Like I said, I'm sure Topher Grace is a nice guy, and I'm sure he'll be a good sport about it. But or maybe they're trying to set up for something that's not in the MCU and do a Spider-Man versus Venom film. This time they're gonna do it right. Yeah, Sam Raimi, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah, but maybe they're gonna have that crossover and do a Spider-Man versus Venom film. Or because, originally, like, I was actually secretly hoping that Spider-Man was going to make a cameo and Let There Be Carnage, because in the comics, Spider-Man and Venom team up to fight Carnage.
Hey.
Like, you know what? I was, like, hoping back when they were doing Far From Home that Tom Hardy, in, like, a mid or end credit scene, would go, Parker, I need your help with something. And that's a setup for Let There Be Carnage.
But they didn't do that.
They didn't do it because, and again, they didn't rate Let There Be Carnage rated R because they want to do an eventual Spider-Man versus Venom. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the future of maybe they're going to take Spider-Man out of the MCU and do a Spider-Man v. Venom, or maybe they're going to have Venom appear in No Way Home.
At this point, anything is possible, bud.
Oh, God, that would, yeah. Whoa. So, yeah. What else do you have to say about this?
Well, I want to jump over the chat board for a little bit. Chat board, you've been doing such a great job tonight. Excellent job, everyone. Proud of you all.
You know what? Let's give the chat board a round of applause. They're doing fantastic tonight.
Oh, yeah. So Joe Wiley put something out in the chat board I want to bring up to you guys as well. The Spider-Man No Way Home, and if you haven't told already, this is a full-on spoiler thing. There's a second hoverboard after Green Goblin shows up. Like,
oh, do you think?
I think, and you want to say this one right here. People are saying that this is James Franco, but at the same time, it doesn't look like James Franco's.
It really
doesn't. This doesn't look like Harry Osborn from Spider-Man 3. This looks like Harry Osborn from Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man. To be honest with you, I think,
or maybe they're just purposely doing it blurry.
Oh, but again, like I said, for those of our podcast listeners, we won't be able to see this, but if you're watching us now, this footage right here, this is what we're talking about. Bill, do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this looks like madness. I mean, but the thing is, that goblin, that hoverboard, doesn't look like Harry Osborn's from the Spider-Man films. It looks like,
you know what? I'm starting to think I don't think they're gonna have James Franco in it.
I don't think James Franco said it, to be honest with you. But I would think that Dane DeHaan might be.
Yeah, I think if they're gonna do Harry, they probably might do Dave DeHaan, because nobody these days is touching James Franco.
That's unfortunate.
Because of the reason that
what's up?
The reason he wasn't nominated, that Disaster Artist didn't get any Oscar accolades. Because he was, I'm just gonna say it. Because James Franco was Me Too'd.
Okay.
Yeah, he was Me Too'd. And since then, Hollywood doesn't even touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, listen, I'm not saying that these allegations are true or false. I am not saying that. But I highly doubt he's going to be in this. Highly, highly doubt.
Like we have a better chance of seeing Dane DeHaan if anything.
I think if they're gonna go with Harry Osborn, they're probably gonna do Dane DeHaan. Dane DeHaan. Is that how you say his name?
Dane DeHaan, yeah.
They're probably gonna go with Dane DeHaan.
Which logistically makes sense too. I mean,
why would that logistically make sense?
I mean, to me, that makes more sense than seeing like Harry, James Franco's Harry. Personally, that's me, but.
No, I think it would have made more sense to see James Franco's Harry just because Willem Dafoe's is coming back.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even think of that. I mean, that makes more sense to me personally too. Yeah, that more I think about that. Yeah, but
you know what? Well, it makes me think, so if anyway, I think they might go with Dane DeHaan instead of James Franco.
All right.
But if they go with James Franco, it might be surprising. But
yeah, I mean,
you know what? I wonder with Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, are they gonna have the same, feel the shiver coming down your spine?
I don't know.
And the
I hope
itsy
not.
bitsy spider came up the water spout. Out came the goblin and took the spider out.
That was one of the
and
cheesiest
YouTube,
lines
you can't
ever.
hit me with a copyright strike. That song's in the public domain, so ha.
Bill, you're fine.
Yeah, so are we gonna get? Well, I'll be honest with Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. In the trailer, the suit looks so much better.
Yeah, and actually, it's so funny you said that because I was just mentioning in the chat board, I was mentioning personally that the costumes for this film look great. Oh my God. Like, how can we not talk about the costumes? Like, look, let's pull up Green Goblin for a second, right? Look at that. They literally brought his exact costume back.
Looks better than the first one.
And you know that's William Dafoe. You know that it's him. Let's look at, Dr. Octopus. Let's look at Electro for a second, right? Electro looks like the Electro from the comics with the triangle hat or whatever, the pointy hat. Looks great. Like this, there's so much in here. It's amazing how two minutes could like shake the internet, you know?
Like I said, we were having the biggest nerdgasm of our life.
Oh yeah, no, totally. We were flipping out, dude. We were like going nuts.
And you want to know something?
What's up?
I'm gonna say what you said. They're keeping this very tight to the chest.
Very, very, very tight to the
chest.
It's
sort of like with when I forgot if it was Infinity War or Endgame. It was one of them.
Yeah.
But like I heard, like they didn't even give them scripts till like the day they came to shoot. Like they had to. I think it was either RDJ or Tom Holland.
Are you serious?
This is what Justin told me.
Okay.
Again, I don't know, but we do trust Justin. But Justin told me like they had to. It was either in No Way Home. No, it was either Infinity War or Endgame.
Yeah.
That either RDJ or Tom Holland. Again, I don't know how true this is. That they literally had to text the Russo brothers or Kevin Feige. Goes, hey, am I filming today? Like they didn't even give them a schedule because they wanted to keep this like very tight lipped.
Yeah, it makes sense that they would keep it. They're still keeping everything tight practically. It's nuts.
Because even though what we see in the trailer, you got to admit a lot of the stuff they put in there is pretty vague.
Yeah, I think to be honest,
we know Octavius is coming. We know Doc Ock's coming back. We know Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin is coming back.
Electro, Jamie Foxx. But
we know Electro's coming back. We know Lizard
and Sandman. Right? Yeah, Lizard and Sandman.
We know Andrew Garfield is coming back.
Oh, like it's not confirmed by anyone, but we like all the fans are
We saw
speculating.
it in the trailer, but you know what? Once you think about it, it is pretty dark when they see it. But you know what? I watched the trailer like 3 times today.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer like 3 times today. I watched it this morning. And then when you told me today, oh, we're going to talk about it. And I watched it again just for a refresher. And then I watched it again. And then I see a dart say, it's my destiny or something. And I'm sitting there thinking, wait a minute. That sounds like Andrew Garfield. That
Which
freaking
scene are you
sounds.
talking about?
It's the scene when Peter Parker's sort of like in the dark and he's saying, I forgot what he said, but it's something about fate or something like that. I'm like,
I know. Yeah, I know you're talking about now.
like, that's Andrew Garfield. Like, they're being sort of tight-lipped. And, like, I didn't see Tobey Maguire in the trailer. Is he going to be in there? Is he not going to be in the movie? So they're being very tight-lipped about this. Like, this is like Endgame level.
It really is. It's becoming quite the Endgame thing, to be honest with you.
They're probably going to say, we're just going to be very quiet about this.
Like, dude, they're keeping everything so tight to the chest. It's nuts.
They want to be quiet about it.
Which makes total sense too. Like, I gotta tell you, dude, this is insane. Like, this is like the fact that we're even talking about like Venom and all that. I want to touch on some fan theory stuff that ended. It's like not everyone's talking about. When we'll get to Daredevil in a little bit, I promise. But hear me out.
Ooh, I was thinking about that too. We'll get to that in a bit.
I'm going to talk about Daredevil after what I'm about to talk about with you guys now. Given the fact that it's the multiverse, and given the fact that everything that's going on now is like, oh, well, anything's possible, blah, blah. And we briefly talked about it about 20, I don't know how long it's been now, but like about 10 minutes ago, whatever. Anything is possible when universes collide, especially in the comic books and now in the movies. I'm going to go so far as to say this, is that I think I heard this today on a podcast that came out today. So it's fresh in my mind. The fact that we're talking about the multiverse, who's to say the X-Men don't show up? Who's to say the Fantastic Four don't show up? I mean, literally, maybe not like all 78 X-Men, maybe not all of the Fantastic Four, but who's to say they don't tease some stuff like that? Oh, like
what if Deadpool shows up?
Because what if Deadpool shows up? Like the part of the trailer that got me specifically was the part with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, what he did was he's like, I can't hold them all off. You can't hold what off, Stephen Strange? You can't hold off what? Are you telling me right now that Doctor Strange is teasing? I mean, look, who's to say that Ben Affleck's Daredevil doesn't show up? Let's be real. Like, anything is on the table with this movie moving forward in the MCU as well. Anything is possible, though. So, do I think Ben Affleck's Daredevil is going to show up? No, he's too busy with Batman. DC. Do I think that Patrick Stewart could show up as Professor X? I would say there's a 5% chance. Highest I would say is that. Or James McAvoy has a better chance of showing up, to be honest with you. Or like literally the fact that they're doing this type of story opens the possibilities for anything to happen. Like, literally, you could see Wolverine. You could see Wolverine. You could see Deadpool. You could see like Batman. No Batman. I'm just kidding. But like, let's be real. Anything is possible now. You know what I mean, Bill?
Oh, absolutely.
Like I said, like, who knows? Michael Fassbender could show up as Magneto and crush Doc Ock for all we know. Like, let's be real. Like, that would be pretty funny.
Yeah, but when he said I can't hold them all, do you think he's mainly talking about maybe the Spider-Man villains?
I would. Well, that was my first thought, but like we're talking about like a fan theory type of thing. Like, I would say the villains, and I would say other Universal heroes as well, like a Colossus, like a Deadpool, like a Wolverine, like any X-Men type of stuff. Cable's a time traveling mutant from the future. Why don't we have Cable show up?
Oh, they did that. I think
Deadpool
we're gonna have
too.
a giant nerd stroke.
Literally, like Bill, the end of this film, I'm fascinated to see the end of this movie. I mean, Joe Wiley in the chat board, thank you so much for commenting as well. How about Eternals being saved for something more important? Or how about the Eternals, or are they being saved? Look, like I said, anything is possible. I have not seen Eternals yet because I have not gotten out to see it. I might go see it. Well, I can't soon. I'll explain later. But basically, Eternals, anything is possible. Like
who knows?
You could live.
Tony Stark can rise from the grave.
I've heard that theory as well. Now, the one big thing that a lot of people are talking about was, the one thing in the teaser trailer that got everyone talking about was Daredevil. Daredevil, because he's talking to the government. He needs a lawyer. Matt Murdock, anyone. And I tweeted something out on our Super Review Show, plug for our Super Review Show Twitter. And he said, I said, how the fuck does Daredevil, how do you get Spider-Man to have a lawyer and not include Matt Murdock? Bill, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. But you know what? I was talking about this with Justin one time when the first trailer dropped.
Yeah.
Plug for when we did that.
Yeah.
Do you think, hear me out, do you think that if Matt Murdock does show up, do you think he's actually going to be Daredevil, or do you think it's just going to be a quick, hello, my name is Matt Murdock. I've been sent by Stark Industries to represent Mr. Parker.
I'm going to go along with the words that Charlie Cox said at one point, the guy who played Daredevil on the show. He said, this is what makes me think that Bill's theory is very plausible, very possible, could happen, is that, hear me out for a second, but Charlie Cox is Daredevil. Right? The Daredevil stuff, first off, that show was fantastic. And this guy we were talking about, Charlie Cox, this guy is great. He was fantastic as Daredevil. But hear me out for a sec. He came out at a Comic-Con recently and said, hey, someone asked him directly, are you in Spider-Man? And he said, no, but he didn't say but he added this little part that makes me suspicious about this. He said, and I quote, it would have to be a reimagining of the character if I were to enter the MCU. It would have to be reimagining. He kept saying the word reimagining. Dude, if you're fucking Daredevil, just tell us already. Like, come on.
Again, I think this is sort of that tight-lippedness. They're trying to keep everything on the DL.
You want to talk about trailers? I'm willing to bet. You notice how they said on the trailer that just dropped, tickets on sale, Spider Monday. I'm willing to drop. We get a second trailer that day. We get a second trailer. So trailer 3. Trailer number 2 comes that day. So that way, that one, and who's to say the money shot that's going to sell, that's going to not just sell this amount of tickets, but it's going to sell all the tickets to every single screening of this movie possible will be. And I'm willing to say that I'm willing to take a shot in the dark guess, ladies and gentlemen, as the host of the Super Review Show will say here right now, I'm willing to bet if they want to sell all the tickets to this opening, to this movie, and to make possibly $2 billion at the worldwide box office, you put either Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield or all three facing each other, and then that's the end of the trailer.
Or you know what? I don't think they're going to do that because they probably want to spend the money. Come see the film and see for yourself. Spend the money.
I know, but like if they show, I feel like they have to show one key element, like a Daredevil or an Andrew or Toby or I don't even know, here's they have to show one big thing at the end of the trailer. Then that's gonna, because it's all about money. I mean, they want to make their money. They're gonna make their money, but will they do it like to the best of the? My question is, with this money, how exactly are they supposed to do? What's the word I'm trying to think of? My point is, if they show one key element of Daredevil or Andrew or Toby, either or both.
You know, that's going to
be in one shot. They make an extra $50 million opening weekend.
Because again, that's going to be a big thing. Is if they do Daredevil, is he going to be Daredevil or is he just going to be Matt Murdock? Just him coming in. Again, hello, my name is Matt Murdock. I'm an attorney. I was sent by Stark Industries to represent Mr. Parker. And that's going to be it. So they can say, hey, Matt Murdock.
I mean, but then
Matt Murdock, Daredevil. Okay, he's not Daredevil, but Matt Murdock.
those have been rumors now for over a year. You know that, right? And no, nothing's been confirmed or denied by anyone.
But, Charlie Cox, from what you told me, I have not seen
Those like leaked photos, whatever.
I have not seen anything, but I have not seen the thing from Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, it was just him talking about it. That's all.
Yeah, like I don't, because from what you're telling me, he's sounding pretty squirrely about it. He sounds pretty squirrely about it. He's not
the word he used.
He was,
yeah.
Because again, if you're not going to be in it, just say no. I'm not going to be in it. Just say you're not going to be in it. Or if you really want to keep the audience guessing, just say, I am not going to confirm nor deny that. If I was him, I would just say, I'm not. If they say, Charlie, are you in Spider-Man No Way Home? I'm just going to say, if I was Charlie Cox, I would say, I am not going to confirm nor deny it. I'm not going to confirm or deny it.
Well, he did that in the interview that I just mentioned, but he also, the reason why I'm bringing it up because he's like, it's a reimagining. He kept saying it'd be a reimagining. He said the word twice, and I could be reading too much into it, but hey, anything's possible.
No, just say you can't confirm or deny it.
Yeah, no, he didn't. But he didn't say that. He didn't say it. He said no. I haven't heard anything directly. He said, but it would have to be reimagining. Those are his words about Daredevil.
That is pretty squirrely, though, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's a little like left fieldish,
If you're not going to be in it, Charlie, just say I'm not going to be in it.
I would love.
No, I have the biggest. You'd have to carry me out on a stretcher because I would have a huge nerdgasm.
Oh, of course, who wouldn't?
And it would kill, and it would probably kill me. But at least I could say, at least I died seeing Daredevil and Spider-Man on screen together.
I mean, if Daredevil and Spider-Man ever go on screen together, it'd be amazing. But I mean, will it? I don't know. And let's not forget too. And I want to get to one other thing in a second too. This movie is like, there's so much going on with it. It comes to the point where like, do we need this? Do we need that? Do we need this? That's what I'm starting to get at. But one more thing I want to touch on too is this costume. This costume of Spider-Man. This costume of Spider-Man, the black suit or whatever it was. This thing. This weird. Some people are saying that this is Doctor Strange in a Spider-Man costume. I have no idea. But honestly, if I had to guess what this photo is right here, ladies and gentlemen, with this photo right here of this weird, let's zoom in a little bit too. It looks very technical. It looks very like motorized, like one of those suits is like very powerful. I mean, will it? And also, the logo itself is like one thing. That's actually kind of weird. This suit looks more technical than you think. I mean, there's a black and gold outfit. I mean, those who are watching can see this. It looks pretty good. I mean, this shot alone, like you can see there's some technical stuff on it. But what is this? Is this like the Mandarin's power? I mean, it literally could be anything. Bill, right now what do you think about this, bud? Literally, as the picture I'm zoomed in, if you look carefully, look at the costume very carefully. Look at like the stomach area of the costume. For our podcast listeners, you won't be able to see this, but if you watch our video, you will. Look at the inside of the costume here, and look how detailed it is.
Okay.
I believe I'm going to take a shot in the dark guess and say that this is either Doctor Strange in a Spider-Man costume, like dressed up secretly, because that's his ring, like his power right there. Also, if you look very carefully, I can't zoom in any further, but the Spider-Man logo is very similar to Peter Parker's logo here in the current universe we have with Tom Holland. So that debunks like, oh, that's that debunks this is, some people are saying this is Miles Morales.
Really?
Some people are saying this is a Miles Morales like tease, but I don't know. But for those at home listening and watching, anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. Anything is possible. I mean, for that's the theme of tonight's show is like that anything is literally possible. I mean, this could be Miles Morales. I think that's Electro in the background. Right here. That's Electro right there. But I think that as far as like it being like Spider-Man or Andrew or Toby, I don't think it's them. I think this is like this literally, to be honest, this could be Miles Morales. It's a black and gold Spider-Man costume. Let's see.
Because you want to know something?
What?
And I've been speculating this for 4 years. Actually, 3 years I've been speculating this for.
What's up?
Okay. For those who have not seen Into the Spider-Verse,
Hey.
Okay, here, and I have a pad. I'm explaining this with a pad.
Oh boy, here he goes.
Okay. So if you've seen No Way Home, No Way Home, Homecoming.
Yep.
Okay. There is a scene when Spider-Man is interrogating a man, Aaron Davis. And he goes, listen, I don't want these weapons in my neighborhood. My nephew lives here. Okay. So in the film.
Yep.
So in Far From Home, Homecoming.
Yep.
Peter Parker is roughly about 16.
Okay.
I wrote this down. It's official. It's written down. So Peter Parker is about 16. So, and if you saw it, okay, spoilers for Into the Spider-Verse, JT, sorry.
You're fine.
Peter Parker is 26. And Miles Morales is 14. So, by the math of Bill, Miles Morales exists in the MCU. So at that time, he's got to be, because Aaron Davis is talking about, because Aaron Davis's nephew is Miles Morales. And and he's talking about Miles Morales like he's like young, like he's about 4 or 5.
Right.
And Into the Spider-Verse, he's 14. In Homecoming, Spider-Man 16. In Into the Spider-Verse, he's 26. So, coincidence. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Think. Coincidence? I think not.
So you think this is Miles Morales?
I'm saying it's a possibility.
Bill has just broken logic, ladies and gentlemen. Bill has just broken
Mind
logic.
blown.
Mind freaking blown. Miles
Vote for me in 20 whenever I can run for president. Woo!
I think, Bill, I don't think your theory is that far. I also just trying to show people too that our oh man, what is it called? The black and gold suit.
I think not. I think this it could. I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but it could possibly be Miles Morales.
Yeah. This one, look at this. This was actually a true, because this was in the movie. This was in the movie. This was in the trailer, right? I think that other scene was Tom Holland. This looks like it here. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely Tom Holland. I mean, look, because this is like the black and gold suit or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because look at the design on the stomach. It matches the trailer. So let's go back to the trailer. Whoops, stepped in wrong. Let's go back to that trailer shot. Costume. Because if we go to this costume look, it's going to look very similar. Trailer costume. This one, the opening, what puzzles me, this is the thumbnail of the trailer. It's the same exact costume, guys. So I think this is my guess. This is Tom Holland Spider-Man. Either it's one of two things. Either it's Miles Morales or it's Tom Holland Spider-Man in a different costume, which I don't know. I'm not sure which one is which, but we will see.
Or it could be, or maybe it is Doctor Strange.
Like this, what is it? Disguise as Spider-Man?
Yes.
Like I said, guys, anything is possible. Anything can happen in this movie at this point. So I don't know, Bill. Do you have any other fan theories you want to touch on?
I just want to say this could be a possible setup for the Sinister Six.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that too. Because like if you look at some of the shots here, Sandman is back, and Lizard, and look at this, guys. Look at this. The Lizard, Sandman, Electro. Those are founding members of the Sinister Six. And if you go to this one, where is it? Hold on. If you go to this one down here, hold on. There, this one. These are the shots we brought up before. Sandman. That's definitely Tom Holland. Electro, like who was in the Sinister Six? I forgot. Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Electro, Sandman, Lizard, and Mysterio. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Mysterio died, so it has to be someone else.
But like here was the setup though. It's like we've been expecting this for at the end of the Amazing Spider-Man, we see that mysterious man. The mysterious man at the end who is talking to Kurt Connors.
Yeah.
And he's like, leave Peter Parker alone.
Yeah.
And then we see at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2, the mysterious man comes into Ravenscroft, which is basically the Spider-Man equivalent to Arkham Asylum.
Yep.
And sees Harry and goes, come with me. And that was the setup for the Sinister Six.
That's correct. I remember that.
So, anyway.
Yeah. How much you want to bet this is Hobgoblin?
Ooh, that's a good bet.
Hey, anything is possible. They could, it looks, let's zoom in on it. Hold on. Let's see. The image is not that great, but let's see.
Oh, Joe Wiley has a good point. Dark Avengers, maybe?
I mean, anything is possible, but like I said, anything's possible.
And I know you folks are probably tired of us saying that, but that's the point of this. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible, guys. Anything is possible at this point with this movie.
Anything is possible.
Stop it. So honestly, my overall impressions of the movie are I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see this film, to be honest with you. I'm like ecstatically waiting to see it.
Oh, me too. Hey, JT.
Yo.
What you doing on December 17th?
At the moment, nothing. So other than seeing this movie.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Or 18th, we'll see. But I am so freaking psyched for this.
I know, it's amazing.
I was literally having the biggest nerdgasm I've ever had since probably Endgame.
Endgame was pretty good, but this might top it for a lot of people. So,
oh my god, I'm going. Yes.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. We're getting all of this in one movie. Jesus Christ!
It's gonna be a pretty long movie. It's gonna be like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's not quite Avengers Endgame, but still.
It's like 20 minutes shorter than Avengers Endgame, but
this is a much more close-up picture of that suit. I just want to say, look at this. For those who are listening to us, you won't be able to see it, but yeah, look at that, Bill. Look at that.
yeah. And I just want to say this: if there's a chance that we don't see this till like the next day, here on the Super Review Show, if you post spoilers on any social media, that is punishable by death. No, not really. But we will block you and never speak to you ever again.
We won't actually do that. We'll just ignore you until further notice.
Okay, you will be temporarily suspended, and your comments in the chat board will be unread for at least 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Okay, does that sound more Does that sound better?
That's better, bud. That's
than
better.
Death or banishment? You will be.
Oh yeah.
Your comments. You will lose chat board privileges for 3 weeks.
That's fine with me.
That is the punishment if you post spoilers. You lose your chat board privileges for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But
this is gonna be great.
But oh my god, I might have like the biggest nerdgasm. I might have a stroke.
Yeah. We're gonna go off, dude.
Okay, let's go to that chat board, dude.
Yeah, what are we talking about in there, bud?
Okay. First, we're gonna start off with our good friend Matt Hemsley.
Matt Hemsley, how we doing, bud?
I really like Topher Grace as Venom.
Unpopular opinion.
Matt, we've had this conversation before, but I disagree. Okay. The second hoverboard might be Harry Osborn. Yeah, we talked about that. Bill, I agree. Carnage needed a higher rating, and I believe that there was a hint of Spider-Man in the eye of the CIA agent. By the way, we talk about the costumes actually match the comics now. Does the crossbow in the hands of Parker's other friend a possible hint or something? How they get the nanotech? Will we? Oh wait, I think we answered that question.
I think we did too. It's okay. Some of these chats are a little old, but that's okay.
What is the box used in the trailer that will become some forces Spider-Man into a decision?
Oh, that's Doctor Strange's. I don't know what it's called, but it helps him make spells. I forget exactly what it's called, but I know what he's talking about. So, oh yeah.
Okay, so
do you have anything else to say?
I really don't think I have anything else. Okay, we talked about the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
Talked about MJ.
We talked about the suits, Miles Morales, Daredevil. Quoting
Imagine Dragons. There's nothing left to say now.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing left to say now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really think of it. I mean, this I want, but bottom line, guys, I wanted to talk about this tonight. I mean, our initial topic was like movies that make us cry, and then that was
we'll put that off another day.
We'll do that another time, so don't worry.
Yeah, because the moment you told me, he goes, we're changing topics tonight. I'm like, okay, what are we changing to? I got other things planned. He goes, we got to talk about Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm like, fuck yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, we'll put that on later. This. We drop everything for this.
Yeah, like literally strike while the iron's hot, ladies and gentlemen. You know,
strike it when it's hot, folks. Strike it when it's hot.
Oh yeah. So,
yes.
Will that do it for us tonight, Bill?
You know what? This will connect to that. Movies that make us cry, because we might have tears of freaking joy.
Tears of joy. We might.
Everything connects. Everything connects.
It all works out, people. It all works out.
It all works out. Okay, I think I'm good. You?
I'm good too, my guy. I want to thank the fine partner in crime here, Bill Murphy, always joining me as always. Bill, you are the man. I have to thank you so much for doing this with me all the time, bud.
No, you the man.
Oh my! I'm the man. Well,
we're both the man.
I am Doctor Strange. I'm not really the man, but
I'm your friendly neighborhood Bill.
Friendly. Neighborhood Bill.
Your friendly neighborhood Bill.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, anyways, guys, that will do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching and listening and joining as always. If you like what we've seen here, subscribe to this channel. We do this every Wednesday night, and we talk all things movies, music, and more. Bill, you didn't do it yet, but you have a pod thing?
yeah, check out the Sports Insanity podcast. Check and the Sports Insanity Network. We got the Sports Insanity podcast. We got Wishbone Shotgun. We got Breakaway Bandits. We got Breakaway Bandits. We got The Face Turn. And our newest podcast, The Throwdown. So check those out.
Oh, yeah. He does a fantastic job. I'm so happy for him every single time he
And don't forget to check out Thursday Night Gridiron tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Oh, yeah. Go for it. Listen to Gridiron. Woo!
Thursday Night Gridiron, 7 p.m. here on YouTube.
On YouTube. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Simply at The Super Review Show. Thank you so much, guys. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this show tonight. You guys are awesome.